Hey guys, it is Monday here in West Virginia, so it's time for us to do our Mopar Monday, hence why we are here in front of Mr. Norm's Grand Spalding Dodge. We haven't done a video from here in a while, so I figured why not do one today. Today we're taking a look at a couple of black Chargers. One is a real Dodge Charger RT, it's a 70, and the other is a 78 Dodge Ramcharger. So they're both black, and one was an awesome Roke from Gilbert Martinez, one of the viewers that watches my channel all the time. He sent me the 70 Dodge Charger that looks like the one from F&F from the series, I think it's 17, yeah, series 17 GL Muscle. This is a really cool series itself. The series, I don't think they had licensing from Fast and Furious at the time, so they released cars that look just like cars from the movie, but they didn't say it was from Fast and Furious. They just made them look identical, and there's nothing the, like, lawyers and stuff could do anything about it from the movies, so they went ahead and did it. And then later on they got licensing from F&F and then released a couple of cars, a couple of Chargers, and the Rio de Janeiro Police Department new Chargers and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this is a really cool piece. Very thankful and grateful to him that he sent me this. I have the Hot Wheels version, but not the Greenlight version and such. And there's one error on this car that I'll point out, and it's on all of them. It wasn't just this particular model. It was just an error that Greenlight did on their own, and I really don't know how they overlooked it, because they got the trading card here, and the picture on the trading card is perfect. It's exactly right. It's a 70 Dodge Charger. This also has a spec sheet on this trading card, but it's really not that great. It's the 1970 Dodge Charger, well, 1970 Charger continued to use the same body as in the previous year, but received a few minor trim changes. The 70 Charger had concealed headlights, so they kind of turning back the clock like the 68 had. And then, let's see, and it had either a 225 slant 6 or a 318 V8 as base equipment. The 70 Dodge Charger featured new loop bumper, was some people call it wraparound, new front fenders because they were much longer than the previous ones, and a new lower price version with bench seats and a more mode trim package. Okay, whatever that is. And then up here it says like the year and 0 to 60 not available. Horsepower not available. And then the line is GL Muscle and blah, blah, blah. Color black and year 1970. So they can't give you much information and such. They didn't really tell you a whole lot about the car at all. So kind of worthless information, except, I mean, you learn it's a base model, and you learn that it did change from 69 to 70 on the front of the vehicle, and the body itself was the same, but it was the same from 68 to 70 from the firewall back, with a different tail panel and marker lights, of course. But yeah, the 70, the mistake that they made here is if you look at the front of this car, it's got a 68 front bumper and grill. This is really not, it may be a 70 grill, I don't know, but because of the way they did the bumper, it looks like a 68 front end, because 69 did not have the hideaways. And as you can see here, you do have the trim there where you should have the wraparound bumper, it looks like. They have the line there. They just didn't add the tampo. They fixed it later on with some of their newer models, but yeah, this one is one that needs to have like a touch-up. I may try to mask that off and go over it with a Sharpie. And another thing I would like to do to this too is take the scoop off and maybe cut the carburetor area out totally and glue the scoop back to the supercharger. That way it looks like it's injected, because it doesn't look right with the one 4-barrel or whatever it's supposed to be. It's just a pedestal where the the male and female ends connect together so the hood scoop sticks to the blower. But I would like to put the scoop down on top of the supercharger so it looks like it has fuel injection. Or you could take it off and make a setup of 2 carburetors. But I think dropping it down a little bit lower and making it look like it was injected would be cool. Because I know in some of the movies the car was injected. I don't remember about the first one if it was carbureted or injected. I think it was injected, but I'm not sure. But yeah, they did a really nice job on the car besides the front bumper. Everything else is good. The bigger, longer tail lights in the rear tail panel for 70 compared to like 69. And then you have your rectangular marker lights, the same thing that 69 had. A little bit different, but pretty much the same. And then you have your door louvers here for the RT. I think that was an RT option. Was these door scoops, louvers, whatever you want to call them. So, a really nicely detailed car. So, that is our first one for today. Now, number 2 is one that is pretty limited and it's very hard for me to find a good example. This is the 1977 Dodge Ramcharger. One of 4,250 made. This is from the Black Bandit, let's see, S3, Series 3. So it's one of their first ones. And this truck was a really tough one to find. I found some before. Either they were really expensive or the loose ones that I found were a little bit beat up. So I got this one for a pretty good deal. It was sealed, but the package is a little bit worn. You can see the silver lettering from Greenlight and Black Bandit is going away. But the truck itself is fine. That's what I was concerned about. So this is really not going to tell you much about the truck itself. It just tells you Black Bandit Series 3 is the 3rd release of the previous hobby exclusive Black Bandit cars, first introduced in 2004. Each Black Bandit car is meticulously produced with a triple black theme. Black body paint, black interior detail, and custom black wheels are the distinguishing characteristics of those outlaw vehicles. Later on, they change it, though, because a lot of them have chrome wheels and things like that. But anyways, we are proud to present the latest Black Bandits. This is 66 Ford Galaxy 500, a 67 Ford Mustang Fastback, a 70 Pontiac GTO, a 77 Dodge Ramcharger, and an 06 Chevy Camaro Concept, and an 08 Dodge Charger Daytona RT as the 3rd release of the Black Bandit collection. And there's where to find Greenlight online. This is before they had any social media stuff. As you can see, it's 2009 is the copyright, so this would have came out probably in 15, or not 15, but 10, so it's 15 years old. That's why I wanted to say 15, is thinking how old it would be. But as you can see, it's in pretty good shape. This is kind of like a semi-gloss lower part, and the top part is matte black. The roof comes off as usual. And everything above the molding is matte black. And below the molding, as you can see, it's kind of like a semi-gloss. And the finish isn't that great. But it's not paint rashing or bubbling or anything like that. It's just that, as I said, it's really not a high gloss like mirror finish. It's that semi-gloss, which is fine with me because the semi-gloss helps hide imperfections more than high gloss. So that's the one thing I don't like about black cars, unless it's like this one, where the casting is pretty much perfect, where there's no flaws in the casting and the paint laid on really nice. Then you don't have any issues with spots and things like that showing up. But yeah, so I was glad to learn that this was like semi-gloss, because being that old from 2010, being in the package for 15 years and such, it has a tendency to sometimes start rashing and things like that. I'm very picky when it comes to buying older Greenlight or M2 stuff because of that reason. Hot Wheels does not seem to have that problem unless you're dealing with 100% cars, but older premiums, older mainlines, I've never had any paint rash or anything like that. They've all been good, but some of the 100% stuff and Legend stuff I have seen with paint rash. So guys, that's it for our Mopar Monday. I'm not sure what we have coming up this week, but we have some stuff coming in. So we'll probably see you before Friday for our Free It Friday. So be sure to turn on your notification bell so you know when we do launch a new video. And give us a thumbs up because it helps us move up in the algorithm of YouTube so more people will find us and our channel can grow. And we can start doing some more activities and fun things for viewers, like maybe some giveaways if we can get some support here. So thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you soon.